Hi, parents. How are you doing? I hope everything's okay. I know the week's been tough. I know the spring has been tough, and I hope the summer gets better. I wanted to take this moment to say hello again. As I said in my previous videos, I'm going to try to do this more on the regular and try to get more succinct so they're not as long. But thanks for being patient with me as I adjust. I wanted to cover a topic today. I want to talk about screen time. I get asked about screen time every week, at least 2 to 3 times a week, either through Messenger and chats, somebody sends me an email on my website, or in passing when I used to actually see parents on the street, parent drop off and that kind of thing with my kids' school. But now, it actually comes in the form of WhatsApp and text messages. So either way, I want to address it. There is a misnomer out there that screen time is bad, that screens are bad. And I don't agree with that. Um, if you really think back, the idea of screen and screen time has been around for a really long time. This isn't a new concept. We've had screens in our existence, in our area of culture and purview and our accessibility for a very long time, right? Even if you didn't have a TV set at home back in the day, you could go and check out what was happening in a local library, in a community center. There were always ways. You can go to a friend's house. You were always engaging with some sort of content on a screen. And even before that, let's not get started, but we can talk about film and how the film and cinema began. So, to lump screens into this one area of all screens are bad, you're essentially saying that digital engagement is bad. When you break down digital engagement, especially when it comes to your kids and teenagers, it really comes down to two things, and for you too, actually. Is it productivity based or is it entertainment and leisure based? Entertainment and leisure, we think of video games, we think of watching YouTube channels, we think of watching influencers on, I don't know, a streaming channel. When we look at productivity, we think of education, we think of what they're doing with their classrooms, we think of doing homework, doing research, keeping track of schedules, knowing when the next game is coming up once you're actually allowed to play them outside, right? Maybe like a team participation. A lot of times in some worlds and in some cases, these two collide or they overlap. For example, if you have a teenager that's really into gaming, they might be doing it on a more serious level, right? So they're not just having fun, they're having fun while maybe participating in a mass multiplayer game. Maybe they're on a team. Maybe they're trying to actually bring in some money off of it. And that's a whole nother conversation about esport. But my point is, it's all about the engagement. Are they talking to their friends? Are they on social media? Are they just winding down? Are they creating something because it's giving them an outlet? Depending on what they're doing is depending on how you should treat this situation. A recent research report came out from Pew Research that said 45% of teenagers are on their devices 95% of the day. Well, I can attest to a lot of adults, and especially in the world we're in right now, that the same probably applies. So to say that they need to get off the screens and screen time is bad is it kind of goes a little bit out the window during COVID, but also post COVID, let's really take a step back and look at what we're saying. It's not the screens, it's the engagement. It's what's happening behind the screen, the device behind it. What are they doing? What's keeping them engaged and engrossed? And then address that. It's not the video game that's making them depressed. It's probably that they were depressed before they started playing the video game. So get to the root of what that is, and then you can start to solve the problem. I'm not going to talk about social media and their gaming principles that they apply. That's another topic. I'm simply discussing, I think we need to really kind of take away this pathology that we've applied to the idea of screen time and make it more about a cultural aspect because we use our devices every day in our lives. Screens are important, they're part of what we do. So it's not screen time It's online time. It's time management. And really, if you're having a time management problem at your house, you have to look at the overall picture. What are your kids needing to do on the devices in the first place? Do you understand how long it takes for them to do something? Do you understand how long it takes for them to log off of something? Are they just not as fast as you? Or do you misinterpret how long it takes to do something because you yourself don't do it? So it's a big open discussion. I'm more than happy to continue this, but I just really want to try to impart this important idea of let's stop chastising screens and start really looking at the engagement behind it. Okay, I hope you guys have a great week. I'd love to hear what you think about all of this. I'd love to have a conversation. And pretty soon, we're going to start opening things up to have some online conversations. I'll be letting you know when we're going to have some webinar events. I might use FaceTime, I might not. It just really is depending on what's going on in terms of social media and how things are kind of working at this moment. So, but I'm more than happy to hear what you think about all of this and what you'd like to hear about in the next topic. So I'm going to try to do these videos at least once a week. Everyone have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.